isolate ourselves from everything, we're allowed to tap into ourselves again and detox.
It's true.
Detox from the mental abuse of the world that we've come into. You didn't ask to, okay. Unconsciously, you didn't ask to be born, right? Or birthed. But you came into reality. And you didn't ask for your name, you didn't ask for a religion, you didn't ask for a way of life, you didn't ask to, nobody asked for it, you didn't ask for nothing. You are a result of your parents' own concepts and perception of life.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah. And how they grew up.
Right.
And what they think is right.
Right.
Yeah.
And you get to this age where you start to become into your own consciousness, but by the time you've been programmed and trained to be your mother and father. So it's so you gotta spend all your life untangling yourself from their bull crap. You see,
it's true.
And then by that time you're like, oh, forget it, I had a baby, I had to get a husband, whatever, and you know, so once you are able to untangle yourself from all of this crap, the way they eat, the way they think, the way they dress, the way everything is, why. The beautiful thing about the information age is it allows us to ask questions. It allows us to say why and get an answer.
Yeah.
Because nothing's a secret anymore. See, before we could be ignorant because everything was in secret books and you had to pay for education, and now you just ask Google. Google, what is the Kama Sutra, whatever, and then you can just go into what that is and then learn it and become illuminated. This gives you power. And the only weapon that the lower self, we call it the lower self, the people that vibrate at a lower frequency, which is just your subconscious, because life is but a dream.
Your ego.
It's your subconscious. It's the dream, like you're in a dream. This is a dream right now. We're all dreaming right now. This is a dream. And the only person that enjoys the dream is the person that realizes that they're dreaming.
The observer.
The observer. Okay. You ever noticed?
Can you sit?
Yes. Listen. You ever noticed that in a dream it just pops up? You just pop up and you're in the dream. That's it. You're dreaming. There's no beginning. Where did you come from? Wait. I know I was getting ate by a lion, but how did I get in this room? Right? Who was this person I was talking to, and how did I get there? But the same thing happened in life. You just popped up here.
I know.
You know, you just started reacting to actions that happened to you. Yeah. Just like in your dream. You're just reacting to, if something's happening, you're running. Like, I was running, and then we was at a party, and then we was at, well, how did you get to the party? I don't know, we just at the party. And nobody thinks about how and when and where. When we start asking these questions, we realize that, whoa, we're living in a dream right now. And death is nothing more than waking up from this dream and up to another awareness. Right. So we cannot die. We're actually in a dream. This is a dream state. You're dreaming right now. I just proved that because simply you do not remember anything. If I was to ask you in their time span, right? How old are you? And you would say, in their time clock, on their calendar.
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 30.
30, right? You're infinite. You were never born because energy cannot be destroyed nor created. So therefore, this concept of age, you're immortal. You're an immortal being. You can't die. You can't be born. There's no end to you, right? So you have an age? How? See, this is a trick and make you age. It makes your body start to age because you think you're aging.
Yeah.
They say, they put rituals on you. But before I get to there, do you remember when you were 22? They say that there's 365 days in a year. So that means in a year's time, it makes you another age. So do you remember when you were 23?
Little bits.
Bump that. What's today? When's the day it is?
It's
Friday the 17th.
The 17th, Friday.
Yep.
You remember last Friday? What happened last Friday this time?
I was working.
You was working? Okay, you was working.
Back home in Canada.
What about the Friday before that? How about the Friday before that?
You see? I have to look at my calendar.
You see? No, what I'm saying is that.
Yeah.
This is how you know it's a dream, because it's this fade. Here you are, right here. You could remember but so much. You're just collecting information that is useful for you on your journey. Everything else is faded away. You don't remember being 16. You'll do the greatest things. You'll go to the movies. How many movies have you watched?
Probably a lot.
How many movies do you remember, actually truly remember, right?
Yeah.
How many beautiful things have you done and been like, wow, I'm not even gonna remember this later. All you have is now. It's just experience. That's all life's about, experiencing and learning and growing and evolving. But check this out. So, you are immortal. Nothing in nature dies. What? No, physically, like physically right now, like you're not a physical being. You're vibrating. There's molecules inside you. Quantum physics proved this.
Yeah.
There's molecules inside of you, and inside those atoms and electrons and neutrons is empty space, just empty space. You are a twirling vortex. Your body is actually a force field.
Micro tornadoes.
Micro tornadoes, just vortexes of energy.
I learned a little bit about that.
Cells.
Yeah.
Right? Here it goes. This will blow your mind. So your body is actually vibrating at a certain frequency via your glands, which sends off hormones throughout your body. So if you think about you harmonizing with the universe or hormones, you're vibrating at a certain density, slower actually, so that everything seems like this. It seems condensed and heavy. But you're actually a spiritual being, like your being right now is spiritual. That's a scientific fact. We don't have to, the molecules inside you are empty. This is alive. This is a force field because it's vibrating at a certain density. Everything is water, air, and ice. Those are the three densities of this realm, right? So of all the realms, we got three densities, but you're not supposed to age. Your body's constantly renewing itself with energy, right? Because energy cannot be destroyed, only recreated. So you're not supposed to die. People actually don't die, they get sick. And that sickness ends this reality for them. The body rots because they're out of sync and in harmony with what is immortal, which is nature. And people are like, nature's immortal. Yeah, we know nature's immortal, but literally, think about this for a minute. You ever heard of the Mandela effect?
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
It's basically a mass collection of consciousness that basically states that collectively they have played mind games on you. Like basically, you know what I'm saying? Right before your eyes, you think you know something, but you didn't really realize it. And I'll show you how. I'll show you right now. Birds of the sky, right? Would you say that there was as many birds as there was humans on the planet?
Probably.
Probably, right? Because there's a lot of birds, a lot of humans. We think that I've seen a lot of birds in my life. Heck yeah, there's a lot of birds. Okay, so have you seen humans die?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that humans die within the system that we've grown through. That humans die. We've seen our grandmother die. Everybody gets old and they die, right? This is the norm. So it would kind of make you think that was normal. But yet, think about it. How many birds have you seen die? Of natural death. I'm not talking about something that's sprayed. I'm talking about birds dying on a regular basis like humans. It's not you. Where do birds go to die? Where do ants go to die?
That's true.
Yeah.
Where do they go?
Have you ever seen a dead tree?
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about from what man has done and tampered with. I'm talking about trees should be falling down on a regular basis if they die. You should see, if death was a part of life, in nature you should see death. Winter doesn't count as a death because everything goes into hibernation. People think that's death. It's not death, that's sleep.
Yeah.
It's a difference. I'm talking about things dying, actually dying. Like, you've seen a dead body, it's dead. It's dead, and it deteriorates. But I'm talking about you should see birds on a regular basis falling from the sky. It should be a season that birds just fall, and you see them like, oh, that's just part of nature. That's what happens, and then they'll get ate by insects, and then But where do birds go to die?
That's the question. I don't know.
Have you ever seen an old bird? This is the trick they play with our minds. It's like the Mandela effect. Have you ever seen an old lion?
Well, I've never been around humans.
I'm just saying, from what you've seen within your scape of reality of life.
My dog, I see.
Of course, the dog is living within your world, which is living outside of nature.
Yeah. Okay.
This existence is going against the very nature of itself. This existence right here, it's going against the very nature of itself, which is the universe. Nature would grow all through this, but because we're here and it's going, we are going against nature. So check this out. Think about all the bugs you ever seen in your life. And if you would go outside and see death in nature, and you're like, wow, that's a dead bug. Okay, cool, I get it, that bug's dead. I mean, you should see millions of bugs dead because that's the cycle of life, because that's what humans do, right? We die, where's everything dead? Nothing dies in nature. Welcome to the dream realm. I'm explaining you how this works. It's right before your eyes, you don't even see it. That tree right there has been here forever. Nobody planted that tree. How did that tree get here? Here's something even deeper. Where does your hair come from?
My hair?
Your hair. Where does it come from? Let's break it down. Where does your hair come from?
It's just it just grows.
Grows, right? But where does it come from? It's out here.
Cells?
We can see.
The cells in your skin.
We can see this, right? Exactly. Cells, right? Yeah. Cells, right? Where do cells come from? That's the question. Where do cells come from? It just appear out of nowhere from the nothing. Just like you. Okay, you got the sperm cell. You have the egg cell. They come together, they make one cell called the what? Zygote, right? You know, the zygote, this is the pregnancy of a woman. And this egg makes another egg, makes another egg, makes another egg, and then forms a little baby.
Yeah.
Right? So you come from the same place your hair comes from. The nothing, out of nowhere, poof, you exist. No beginning, no end, poof, you just like a dream. You just started existing.
So then how did our world come? How did this
Okay,
come?
so I'm about to explain this to you. But first, how do cells procreate? Mitosis, right? One cell comes out of the other, right? So we know that the human body is a what? A collection of cells. You can turn the light on, I think it's right there. This is good. Okay, good. So we know that the human body is nothing more than a collection of cells, which makes the human body a cell.
Yeah.
Right? You're a cell. I'm a cell. We're communicating with each other through electrical signals. For my voice, your ear, my voice is a vocal, a sound vibrating your ear, electrical signal hits your ear, and because you understand the dialect of what I'm saying, you can have a conversation and we can communicate, right? So this is all electrical signals. So we're cells in the body. But here you are inside a cell, and you formed inside of the cell, and you came out of a what?
A cell.
Mitosis. You see?
Yeah.
So you see, we are a cell that came out of a cell, living inside of a cell, because Mother Earth is actually a cell.
So how did it originally start?
Here you have the electrical magnetic spectrum. Have you ever heard of the electrical magnetic spectrum? You got the visual realm.
Yeah.
Visual realm. You come into the visual realm through the sun. The sun is a vacuum. It's not this big ball that's burning. The sun is a converter. It converts dark matter, ether. That's what all energy is. Energy forms from this dark ether. Through the sun converts this dark ether into what we call white light. Light. And then the white light, okay, the less condensed dark energy comes out as white light, which is the visual light spectrum. This is the spectrum that you've come into. But who are you? You are your consciousness. You are your astrological consciousness. You are an astrological consciousness. You are me. I am you. I am a reflection of you. We are God talking to ourselves, communicating with ourselves out of boredom.
To experience ourselves.
It's only one. Wow. It's only one God. You are God. You're sitting here talking to yourself. Just because you want to enjoy your creation.
To wrap my head around that, that's, whoa. That's
It's
crazy.
only one existence. There's only one consciousness. We're just broken up into different spectrums of reflections of itself, refractions of light. Boop, 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 just bouncing off of everything. Not even realizing, but the conscious ones. The conscious ones. When you're in a dream and you become conscious that you're dreaming,
Yeah.
you can control the dream.
I've had that.
Right.
Yeah.
You have become conscious of the dream. The being that becomes conscious of the dream is the one that becomes conscious of life and realizes that I am the observer. This is my dream. That is my subconscious moving around. Whoa. You ever notice in a dream, if something's attacking you, that it did exactly what you thought it would do, and in the middle of that, you know that it's something inside of you knows that you're fighting yourself.
Yeah.
And that it's gonna do exactly what you actually had the thought before it did it, and it actually did what you thought it was gonna do.
That's true, yeah.
Because it's you. And that's how life works, right? Because we have the law of attraction.
I know.
But in this realm, everything moves a lot slower. A thought in the other realm pops up just like this. In this realm, you have to think about it, 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 poof, it appears,
And then finally,
manifests.
yes.
Law of attraction. It's just that it takes more magnetism here.
More condensed.
We're more condensed, so it takes more thought frequency. So you see,
It's interesting because I've read a little bit about the law of attraction.
right?
And the first book that actually opened up my brain a little bit is The Celestine Prophecy. Have you
Oh
read
yeah,
that?
I see. I've heard of that book. I don't do books because of the simple fact I figured out reality.
Yeah.
All books before it was written came from something. Where do thoughts come from? This is where I become free, because when you think about where thoughts come from, and you look at your body, and you look at your hair, and you say, "Where's my hair come from? What is my hair?" They taught you that your hair is dead. It's not dead. It's antenna. It's growing. Nothing dead grows.
Yeah.
It's constantly growing and growing. They tell you it's dead out of here, but if you rub it together with a balloon, it'll stick up. How could it be dead and it's actually? So it's like, okay, cool. So my hair is alive. It truly is alive, because at the bottom of the root of the hair, there's something called the hair root plexus. There's a nerve. Your hair is attached to your nervous system. Did you know that your hair is a flower? Your hair is actually something that actually sends off pheromone like a flower. Your hair can let off electrical signals like a flower. And it also can absorb energy. It absorbs the sunlight, it absorbs messages. Your hair is like, you are a walking antenna. Literally. Did you know about earthing? You know what happens when your feet touch the ground?
Earthing, yeah.
Grounding, yeah.
Grounding, yeah.
So basically, if you take your bare feet and you touch the ground, you become connected with all that is.
Yeah.
Because your body's conducive of energy. It's a conductive energy. Like if you touch that electric socket over there, the electricity is going to flow right through your body, because your body is a conductor of energy. You are an antenna in communication with itself. Okay, life is like your body plays as a projector of your consciousness. Your body is a projector of consciousness. So you are trying to communicate with yourself in harmony, and you want to be happy. That's all you want. And the only way you're going to be happy is that you find yourself and love yourself. You're trying, your whole life you spend trying to love yourself. Now, how do I do this, Nature Boy? Okay, stay still, go be in harmony with nature. Live in the jungle, become a child again. Naked, pure, nothing again. Forget that you are named whatever you name. Coil your hair up, lock it up. Your hair locks up just like this. If you don't touch it from birth, it'll lock up like this. Most people don't like to see it, but it locks up on its own. All hair locks. People say you get burnt by the sun. Bull crap. Black people get burnt by the sun. Everybody gets burnt by the sun if you're eating the wrong thing. If you're eating the wrong thing, your blood is not at a pure state. The sun will burn and get rid of anything that is toxic in your body, and it makes it feel like you got burnt, but it's what you're eating and drinking. So it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that if you're black that if you go out into the sun, that you're not going to get burned. You will get burnt in the sun if you're black, if you're eating the wrong thing. Your sun will reject whatever's in your body that doesn't go in harmony with the universe. It could be a genetically modified organism in you and it wants to burn and kill it. You understand? So that's a false, that's false. If you are eating vegan, if you are eating the right food, if you are pure and you go into the sun, you will not get burned. Because there's nothing in you that radiates in you that's wrong. It's in harmony with the universe, and you are able to be in the sun and build melanin. You are able to you start to get freckles on your face. This is the truth. And something about the truth when you hear it, it's like, that makes sense. So the sun wants to destroy anything that is out of harmony in your body. And so what happens is people get burned, and you see these blotches of skin, because the skin is the blood, the vessels in the skin. All that you're eating is going through there. And so when you get in the sun, doesn't matter what skin complexion you are, if your blood is toxic, the sun is going to tear you alive. Trust me, I know. If you're eating right, you don't have nothing to fear. You can stay in the sun as long as you want. It's not going to burn you. Guaranteed.
That's interesting.
And you will build melanin and you will get darker.
Yeah.
Just like that.
That's neat.
People don't even know that.
Yeah.
As long as we're eating and doing what we're doing and listening to science, and science can't tell us what's going on. It can't tell us what's going on because they have an agenda. I'll tell you this. We know that all humanity comes from Africa, right? Do we not know that?
Okay.
I
didn't know.
Oh, well, DNA shows that we all started in Africa. Humanity all started from Africa. You didn't know that?
No.
Wow, Google that. Now, humanity started genetically. They found that it all came from Africa.
Okay.
And we all come out of what was called Eve, the black woman, right? And everything is just variation from that. Even males come out of woman. We're just a piece of a woman. That's all a male is, just a piece of a woman. This is scientific. So, we all coming from Africa, we are able to come back to that source. That means that you have mitochondrial DNA in you that can heal. And epigenetics shows right now that you can change your gene playout. You can metamorphonize into something that, this is the craziest thing, whatever your mind believes that it will happen. I'll give you an example. Happy birthday to you. For me? Happy birthday to you. For me? What's the next one? How old are, here you are, 3 years old, and they're saying, how old, this is a ritual, they turn the lights out, it's called voodoo. Witchcraft. Turn the light out, light a candle, and sing a chant.
And then you're older.
You're programming your cells with words. How old? And then your mind says, I'm getting older. I'm 30 now. I'm 30. As soon as you say I'm 30, how can energy say it's 30? That's crazy. See, the mind controls the body. So the body ages because you believe that you are 30. And this is a ritual that they told you that you age. And then they put you in a zoo. You were born in the zoo. The animals that are born in the zoo thinks that what's going on in the zoo, it's normal.
Yeah.
They don't know any better. They were born in the zoo.
Exactly.
You see? It's not their fault. So every now and then, we collectively get these iOS updates from the universe. And we become conscious. Wait a minute. Everything's square. Where's the square in nature? There's no squares in nature. But everything in the lower self is built in square feet. Look at squares everywhere. Everywhere is a square. Everything. Your phone is a square. Your bed is a square. The floor is a square. Everything is squares. You see the squares that are popping out at you now, right?
Cars are square.
Square. Your cars are square. Everything's a square. Your picture frames are square. Look at all the pictures on the wall.
That's true.
Look at the TV. Look at your cell phone. Everything's a square. Look at the furniture. Square, square, square. The pictures on the wall, square. Everything is square. Do you know what happens to your body being an energy vortex? You are energy. What happens to the body when it's in a square? It brings it at a lower frequency. The brain has different wavelengths. You ever heard of the beta, theta wavelength? This puts you in a lower wavelength, the reptilian self. It puts you in your lower self. It doesn't allow you to vibrate as high. In nature, there's no squares.
No.
No
I'm
square.
thinking about
No square shapes. And shapes are very important as well as colors. Why is everything green and brown in nature? It's very important to know colors because colors let us know signals and what they mean, and they don't want you to know this. They want you stuck in a box. They want you stuck in a square. They want you to think that you can't go out in the sun. You gotta put suntan lotion on, and the suntan lotion lets in UVA, which gives you cancer, and blocks out UVB, which is actually helps you get rid of cancer. Craziness. Yes. So the sunscreen is allowing UVA rays in,
To come in.
which gives you cancer. But they need you sick. It's all part of the pharmaceutical medical scheme. See, long as we keep you sick, we keep you on this death cycle. And you have to come back. You have to come back until you become immortal. The key to life is to become immortal. You keep coming back. This is a dream. Within a dream, within a dream, within a dream, you keep waking up from it. You do the same lessons over and over and over until you graduate.
Yeah, so I went and lived in Bali for 4 months, and I lived in an ashram. I learned about Hinduism, and that's what they were teaching as well.
Yeah, you come back.
There's no birth and death. It's
No,
just a continuation of life. And
right, until you get
Yeah.
you get the same lesson.
And you keep being put back on this earth, like in the form of as a human, and then
That's why it's so important how you treat people, because if you treat black people bad or different, just because that's what you've been taught in your society, that black people, subconsciously it's a secret thing. I already know the consciousness of everything that's moving around because I am all. So if you look at white people like you, then you don't even know who you are. You're gonna come back as a white person. So that you can collect the information the next lifetime you come around, you'll be able to look at a so-called white person and see yourself. See? With everything at once. You treat an animal bad, guess what? You killed that cow, guess what? You're coming back as a cow. So when I see cows getting tortured, I laugh. I laugh because I know that that's the person that tortured the cow prior to the cow. And it's a lesson that the cow must learn, the soul. See, we are shapeless, formless, timeless beings. You gotta be careful how you treat everything, because it is you. And that's why our motto is, I love myself. I see you. I love myself. We never hate anything. Understand, love is understanding. When you understand when someone's at a low frequency, you don't get on that frequency. You stay on your frequency. You are me, I am you. And until you're able to truly understand, you will continue to suffer and perish. In the Bible it says, for God so loved the world, she gave her only begotten son. See, the lower self has turned everything upside down, made everything. We did not come from man. We come from women, clearly. Excuse me. All energy, it forms from the feminine energy. It's a source from feminine energy. We know this. This is simple. Look at it in nature. Look at the plant kingdom. The plant kingdom is feminine, asexual. Mother tree, there's no father tree. Mother Earth, it's a feminine energy. We know it's a feminine energy because it's male and female. You are not a female like they say you are, and I'm not your opposite. I am not your opposite. I'm just a piece of you. You are male and female. Your clitoris is what my penis is. My penis is a clitoris. It's an extended clitoris. Your ovaries are testicles. Dude, this is crazy what they're doing. You're a hermaphrodite. You're literally a hermaphrodite. You are complete in your being. That's it. Male came in the lower self when as a piece of you that comes as a reproduction tool because you was in your lower self. And this actually is a result of you having to reincarnate. When you become divine, you become immortal. You do not need to reproduce. You become like nature, immortal. But to become immortal, you must live in harmony with nature. You see? Everything is self-sustaining itself in nature. It never dies. Because it's a dream. And once you understand that, you will never die. It says, for God so loved the world, she, not Father God, it's Mother God. Because Mother is Androgynous, male-female energy together, complete. Androgynous, this is what you are. You are androgynous being. You are male-female. Someone told you you were a girl, a feminine. And this is how feminine acts. This is how feminine is. But homosexuality shows us that that's not true, doesn't it? It's like, oh, that everything's on a spectrum. Everything is on a spectrum. People want things to be black and white. No. No, it's purple, it's yellow, it's blue, it's red, it's all these colors. You can't make it black and white. Because the spectrum lets us know that these are different expressions of energy, of consciousness. So now what? Now that we know that it says, for God so loved the world, she gave her only begotten Son. S-U-N. And who shall ever believe, be alive, believe, be alive in it, shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Immortal. When you are in harmony with nature, but nature is in harmony with the sun. You cannot just skip over nature and get to the sun. You must get in harmony with nature first. You must become a child. This is what Jesus said. The disciples asked Jesus, Jesus, who is the greatest in the kingdom? Jesus pointed at a child and brought the child and said, at least you become a child. You will not enter the kingdom. You must become a child again. Look at a child. A child doesn't know it's nothing. It doesn't know it exists. If you walk straight just like this, just like you do in your dreams, it is not until you see what they call an arm that you realize that you're in this being. But this is also a figment of your imagination. You see? This is a figment of your imagination. This is not real. This can't be real. You are a consciousness walking around. This is what you are. And your body is a figment of your imagination. You could look at it, you could see it, you'll get, but this, you are in, I would say inside, but everything outside is inside. It's a projection of what's going on within you. Now check this out. I'll prove it to you. If someone is sleeping on the side of you on the bed, you look at this person, you say, this person's sleeping. This person's body is laying right here. They're laying right here. When in fact, the person is up somewhere doing something in another realm.
Yeah.
Right? You go to a funeral, you see a dead body, and you say, that person's dead. When in fact, that person's somewhere else living another life right now. You see, the body's a figment of your imagination.
Huh. Whoa.
You see, if I'm sleeping next to you, and I say, she's right here. No. You have no recollection of being right there.
Yeah.
You're somewhere else, jumping, maybe flying, wherever you at in whatever realm you're doing. Did you never sleep? You never sleep. You can't sleep because you're immortal. When people die, it's just like you dying in your dream. Before you hit the ground, poof.
Yeah.
Pain is a part of the nervous system. It's a figment of your imagination as well. It is what lets you know you're doing something wrong. Ow, okay, I won't do that again.
Yeah.
Ah, that's hot, no, don't do that. It's the greatest teacher in the world. This is what helps you grow. But let's get back to the death. How can you die? You can't die. You only come back. You only wake up into another existence. You're sick. Oh, you watch somebody, they fade out. Oh, what? This is why Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. Because you have to be dead to think that the people are dead, that people die. You have to be dead to think that let the dead bury the dead.
Yeah.
These are unconscious beings. Let them bury themselves. You put the body in the ground and you say, oh. See, the body is laying there. You looking in the casket. My mother died. You don't understand consciousness.
Yeah.
You laying in the bed. Oh, look at the baby sleeping. The baby cannot sleep. The baby is awake somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you see,
That's interesting.
when it comes back to this realm, This realm, it uses this body to move the consciousness as Avatar. Remember Avatar?
Yeah,
They need to
yeah.
use those bodies to be in that consciousness, that realm.
Yeah.
This is what your body is. Your body is just something that is compatible with the realm to utilize, to explore, and to experience it. And the body is not who you are. It's a figment of your imagination. And you say, damn, that's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, how do you know all this?
Because-
Where do you learn?
Because I woke up in different realities before. I've laid in my bed. I was given this message. I was given this understanding. I've laid in my bed. And my eyes opened and I was in another reality. Real as this. Real as that. Other reality. But I wasn't laying down. I could feel this body laying down somewhere. But I was in another reality and I was walking around like, what the? Close my eyes again. I'm in another reality. Boom. And I start to forget what was real. What life, I was starting to forget what was reality. The only reason why I knew that this was the life that I was living, I think, because my body felt really heavy. I could feel the density of this body. This body is very heavy. It's very, the other realms were light.
Yeah.
And I went to realms where you could feel everything. You knew you were everything because you could feel it. It was so bright and beautiful, and it's beautiful. It's like crazy. It's like other planes that you go to of existence. Because this is actually a dream, and then you go to different levels of consciousness. In the process of that, I was in my lower self, so I was lying. I visit very dark places. Very dark. Everything is real that you read about hell, all of that stuff, very real. Very dark places. You can experience being a cow. Be careful what you eat. You are what you eat. And you will experience whatever you eat, it's pain. And that will come and manifest as a reality. Don't lie. This is why they say, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. These things in other realms create worlds. You're creating worlds right now, in this world that you're in right now, for you to visit after you go to sleep and visit. This is why you sleep, and they say what dreams mean, the meaning of dreams. What did they mean? What did you see? You seen a tiger. The tiger represents da-da-da-da. Because they knew about this. They knew about all the realms. Okay, so you visit something and you see snakes in your dream. Okay, you see snakes in your dream? Okay, cool. This is what snake mean. Snakes mean this. And then you go to your reality like, wow, that's amazing. Because that's what I'm going through. So what you have to realize is this. You gotta not lie. Be as honest and pure. This is why you must become a child so you can receive the kingdom. When you lie, a lie turns into something terrible in another realm. It represents something in you subconsciously that will attack you in another realm. And pain is very real, just like it's real here, it's real in another realm.
Yeah.
You cheating on someone, you're lying to someone, stop. Because you're only doing it to yourself. You're being recorded. You are God. You can't hide from yourself. Everything you do is being recorded. You can't hide. You can't lie to you. You can lie. You think you're lying to you, a reflection of you, but it's being recorded and it plays back. Your life is going to flash before you. Nothing be pure. You're like the Egyptians said. They weigh your light, your heart. It has to be light as a feather. Huh? You have to be pure and true. This is the life that we teach and live. We live in the jungle. We live one with everything. Where the river is at, we live, we poop. We soil, we call this the pot. Because your body makes soil. This lets you know that this belongs back to the plant.
Yeah.
Why? Because the plant eats what? Soil.
Yeah.
And then the plant gives you food. You breathe in oxygen, the plant breathes in carbon. This is your connection to the universe. You are living, breathing in and out with the trees. The trees is giving you everything that you have. Your very breath, which is your soul, comes from the trees. The trees are very sacred. We have to live amongst them. We have to live right there with them. They take care of us. What does the color green psychologically do to your mind? It relaxes you. It sends serotonin hormones throughout your body that makes you feel very relaxed. don't age. You do not age, you become immortal. You do not age, you become immortal. You are a immortal being. You do not age, you stay young forever. You reverse aging. We forget the days. We become like the trees, and we're like, and you think to yourself, you spend so much time away from society that you come back to society and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you're like, oh snaps, today's a Tuesday, what does that mean? It's like asking a tree. Ask the tree what today is. The tree is gonna be like, what? What's that? Now, that's what it is. It's only now. You know, you should get it ready. It's about to rain. You should seek shelter. Or stay in it because it's good for your hair, or you know, it's water. We drink from the river. Our water comes from the river. Because when you drink the river, all of your blood is in your stomach. Your blood carries your life. That's why people that eat meat, the nutrition they get from eating meat comes from the blood. Information, nutrients come from the liquid and gas. Okay. The trees, when they suck in sun from photosynthesis, they convert that sun into oxygen. It's a conversion. They take, just like solar panels, take solar power and convert it into electricity. The sun takes, they don't tell you what it does with the light. They just tell you it absorbs light, right? They don't tell you what it does with the light. It converts the light into oxygen. You see? And so when you're breathing in the sun. Makes sense though, doesn't it? You're getting the sun and oxygen in oxygen form, in gas form.
And then to eat vegetables and fruits.
It's not good. Oh, eat vegetables? No. This is what we're doing. You eat the animal, right? You become the animal. What does the animal eat?
Grass.
Green. It eats the earth. So now we come to the consciousness we don't want to eat like that no more. Now we want to eat green, right? We want to eat the plant. We eat the plant, we become what?
I don't know.
When you eat the plant, you have to become the plant, right?
Yeah.
When you eat the plant, you become the plant, right? And after you eat the plant and you become the, remember we ate the meat, so we become the meat. And we desire to eat with the, because we become so much of this meat, we now desire to eat just what the meat eats, because we are the meat. The meat doesn't want to eat meat. Cows don't eat cows. No. Chicken don't eat chicken. No.
What about lions eat?
Well, we don't eat lions.
Yeah, that's true.
You see?
That's a good point.
You see? So we eat the cow and the chicken. Now we want what the cow and chicken want.
Yeah.
From the earth. So we eat the plant.
Yeah.
We become the plant, right? What is a plant?
Sun. Energy.
Yeah.
Ah!
We become solar.
Yeah.
We become trees. And we stop trying to destroy the plant and eat the plant. Now we eat what the plant gives us. Fruit. Thou shalt not kill. You have to kill the plant to eat it.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not kill. You eat what the plant gives you.
Yeah.
The plant gives it to you. Boop. Don't need to kill nothing. And you eat it. It's the only way to not kill to eat. Peace. And guess what? When you eat it, your body converts it into what? Soy.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That you eat fruit and it converts it. The fruit is liquid. It's just liquid, but your body makes it fertilizer just to give back to the plant.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. Immortal. Now you become immortal. The plant knows this. You are giving gifts for giving your soil back. We call it the pot.
Yeah.
We're going to empty the pot.
Yeah.
Okay, the pot. The pot should not stink. If you eat the wrong thing, it stinks. If you eat the pure, soil does not stink. It does not stink. When you wipe, there's nothing there. When you eat pure, there's nothing there. It's like, it doesn't stink. Your body doesn't stink. Your body, we don't take showers. We haven't took showers in months. You would never believe it. No showers in months. My body has an aura. Your aura is your aura. Your odor is your aura.
Yeah.
You see? If your odor is bad, your aura is bad. You see?
Oh, okay.
Because you put foreign entities, things that do not belong and go in harmony with your vortex. You put this energy that doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
A carnivore, but it belongs in a carnivore. Everything has its place. Doesn't make it bad. What's good for something else can be cancerous for you.
Yeah.
It's incompatible. You see? It's like you don't do that. It's not gonna be compatible for you. So you're putting foreign entities in your body. And the life you see is a projection, and you see people, I see aliens. You're eating aliens.
Yeah.
So you're projecting that you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, you see?
Whoa, my brain is like, woo.
Right.
It's a DMT trip.
Activating the RNA.
It's a
Facts,
DMT,
facts.
right? And so I teach about this stuff.
Yeah.
And so, once you become the plant, you now become human photosynthesis. And this is where you have melanin, or you have melanin in your skin, where you absorb this, and you can build melanin. Actually, just being around divine melanin beings like ourselves, it's like standing in front of the sun. The wisdom I'm giving you right now is building melanin in your body right now, because it's a radiation. This is a sound vibration. This sound vibration is the same as the sun's. The vibration of the sun is just a code. The sun is ringing like a bell. It's a harmony. It's seeing a signal. Everything is vibrating. Everything is vibrating on a certain frequency. And so you can become darker just being around us. You will turn black being around us. I guarantee it. You have to match your frequency.
Yeah.
Whatever you become, you will become one with it. You will turn that black. People will be looking at you and be like, oh my God, you look like a light-skinned black girl. because you see, all life form come from Africa.
Yeah.
And it has to go back. It's just mutations. It's mutations, and then it comes back to the archetype or whatever. But you know the thing about it is, the Caucasian, what they call Caucasian, it's just all one race. It all stems from albinism. When you look at albinism, and then you look at the ice caps being melted, then you see humanity. What they call it evolution, but it's not evolution. It's a mutation. It's just a mutation. It's simply a mutation, and a mutation that mutated can now mutate back to the archetype. That's simple. If we mutate into the Caucasian, we can mutate back into the archetype. Now, when I say that, I mean it makes you more conducive. Conducive meaning conductive energy. If you knot up your hair and you become more one with, if you become natural, you're gonna see, you're gonna look black. You come on with the jungle and you just be out, you're gonna get dark. You're gonna start to tan. They're gonna be looking at you like, what the this lady is really about that life. She's in the jungle, she's a child, she's immortal. If you think about yourself in the jungle, here, locked up, Rasta looking, right? And you eat fruit, and you live in pure, and you're bathing in the river, and you're becoming one with the river. Because you're drinking the river, you become one with the earth. And all of the oxygen that your body is receiving. Because your whole body breathes. This is why we don't like to wear too much clothes. Because the skin is the clothing, but the body is a receiver. It's receiving energy. It's receiving everything it needs to receive. So we don't want to cover this up. Imagine you in the jungle. And just being
So why
pure.
are you in the jungle now?
Why are we in the jungle?
Yeah.
Because
How
our
come you're
vehicle, from getting point, we have to travel our spaceship. We call our vehicle our spaceship.
Yeah.
It broke down, so we have to get it fixed. And so we live 4,000 feet in the air. We have 2 locations where we currently live. On the dry season, we go to the jungle by the river. I don't like to call it the name that it's called. It's somewhere on the map. It's closer to Liberia. It's this little town, and it's like in the jungle, way in the jungle. We live in the jungle, like deep off in the jungle, but it turns into some beautiful river and a big old waterfall. You could come visit if you want.
That sounds amazing.
You could come visit. And we sleep in the tents. So cool though, because we still have our projector screen. We watch movies. We have movies. We look at the stars. We have downloads like this. We have conversations like this. We talk all the time like this. we walk barefooted, and when no one else is around this part of the jungle, when all the visitors leave, because there are visitors that come see, we actually, we know the natives let us just be with them.
Really?
Yeah, they just let us live there. So we live there, and when they're not there, we all get naked and we just run through the jungle, and we have this thing, we jump off into a pool, and it's so beautiful, the water's pure, and the other fishes and everything. It is really like Avatar.
It's heaven.
It's heaven, literally. And you go to sleep and you're right there by the waterfall. All night, and the stars is beautiful. Now the only part we hate is the sand flies.
Sand mites.
The sand flies, they have you itching. But it's good because what happens is when you itch your skin, it activates your lymphatic system. So itching is very good. It gets the blood moving. It keeps the blood circulating. Itching is very good. People don't like itching, but itching is good. You see, even apes, they groom each other. It's part of nature. You come into it. After a while, they stop biting. And now we have another location. In the rain season, we go 4,000 feet in the mountains. Then we have a eco house. This house is powered, all of the electricity in Costa Rica is most beautiful economic places. It's all recyclable energy. So we have this beautiful house. We have solar panels. We all live while we're in the jungle. We live off of solar energy. We have 2 big batteries. We'll show you back there. 2 big batteries. We solar power everything. Everything is completely solar powered. We get fruit from the locals. They bring us fruit. They have farms. They bring watermelon, melons, and we eat melons, and we just eat fruit. And then we go in the rain season. We go on the 4,000. We live and you see the whole valley and the mountains and everything is so beautiful. We live. The house is by itself. We all walk around naked there. It's beautiful in the house. There's 11 of us. We're growing. We're growing. People are hearing the message. We're growing.
That's pretty amazing.
It's really is. But you know what? Everybody must come to this eventually to survive. Or you just going to die and come over. It's levels. We are the souls that are here to help and assist people to get.
All paths lead to the source. Everything in this reality that you are projecting comes from the source out there. So, you look around, everything is alchemized, you have the wood and the glass made from the sand. Everything is alchemized from the source, which is
reality. This bar, this metal comes from the earth. If you break down the reality, all of this stuff is, what do you see? This is wood, it's made from a tree. It's all nature, everything is nature. This glass comes from sand. This metal comes from the earth. We know how to make it. You take the earth, you get water, you mold the earth to the shape of the thing, and then you burn it, and you get metal. So we know all the metal that you see comes from the earth. So at the end of the day, this is all bad alchemy. The electricity that you're getting right now comes from what? Oil and gasoline, not solar. Well, they get it from the windmills. They get it from what? This is the beautiful thing about Costa Rica. Costa Rica is 100% recyclable energy.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's no army here either. And this is the most greenest place on the planet. This is why we love it here.
How long have you all been here?
Oh man, we don't even know time. Time doesn't even exist. Remember, this is a dream. So for me to tell you on your calendar what you think of the calendar, how long we've been here, it's a tricky thing. Is to actually accept the fact that we are mortals. You see what I'm saying? We gotta stop. You see, that's why we say from the sun. We don't know how long. We've been it was eternity. You see?
Reprogramming the mind, and we use the dialect and the way we speak. Like when we say I love myself, and we start talking like this to reprogram the mind.
We call it sound reflection.
Yeah, because the way sound works, when someone says something, when you're around negative vibration or negative energy, and they say something to you, they say something like I hate myself, or something that's vibrating at a lower frequency, this is simultaneously, you're saying it in your head, that thought, that voice that you read with, or that when you're thinking of something, that's simultaneously saying at the same time as someone else is saying something to you, so it's programming your mind at that low vibration that someone else's frequency is on, so it's interfering with your, whatever conscious level that you're on.
So I say I love you, you doesn't exist. This is the way sound works. If I say, I love you, what did you hear?
I love you.
It's exempt from you. If I say, I love myself, what did you hear?
I love myself.
Now you're dealing with your higher self. You can only love yourself because everything's you.
Yeah.
If I say, I love you, what is you? You doesn't exist. You is like this thing, imaginary thing that doesn't exist. There is no you, there's only I.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I say I love you, it doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah. So you say, I love myself.
That means everything. I just made you say, anytime somebody's talking, their thoughts become your thoughts. This is intercourse. This is how sound works.
Yeah.
You never listen to someone else, you're only listening to yourself. When someone says, man, I had a bad day. It really sucked today. You know what? Everything that I'm doing, I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. What did you just hear? Man, today's been a bad day. I really had a bad. This had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But now you have tuned in and this becomes your thoughts.
Right. Oh, so that's why surrounding yourself with negative people, you become that negative.
You become the vibration of
Yeah.
Wait, that has nothing to do with you.
No.
And if you are friends with this person, you immediately try to heal their thoughts because it's going through your head. And what you do when you hear a bad thought, you're like, yeah, but you know, that might be negative, but you can think about it like this. Have you ever looked at it like this?
Yeah.
This is you fighting a demon, a low vibrational thought from some other entity that is a reflection of you that you've tapped into, you call your friend. A friend would never do that to
So what
you.
happens if that's family?
It's not family. Family is frequency. You have to find yourself. You have to get out the idea that something is your family. Family means it's familiar with you. People that are familiar with you know you, understand you, truly understand you. Who you are will evolve and grow and become more. Your family is the people that are on your thought frequency. Your friends, frequency, friends, family. Remember that. Family and friends are people that's on your frequency. They vibrate on your frequency of thought, of color, of existence, of thought frequency, of consciousness. How can you call these people familiar when they're not familiar with really who you are? So therefore, that's the concept you have to let go. In the Bible, in Matthew 12 and 46, I want you to read it real quick. Because this will blow your mind. People don't even realize this. Check this out. Here's Jesus. I want you to see it for yourself. I don't just want you to take my word for it. Check this out. Because people don't even realize this stuff, dude. They're like, they think they know the Bible, they just go to church and listen to the preacher. But check this out. Here's Jesus, right? Saying the very same thing. In verse 46, all the way down. Read it out loud.
While Jesus was still talking to the crowd, his mother and brothers stood outside, wanting to speak to him. Someone told him, your mother and brothers are standing outside wanting to speak to you. He replied, who is my mother and who are my brothers? Pointing to his disciples, he said, here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister.
Basically what he was saying, who's ever on my frequency is my brother and my sister. That's not my brother and my brother and my mother. You see? Here's Jesus in the Christ consciousness.
Yeah.
People don't understand what the Christ is. The Christ is a consciousness that you arrive to, that you realize what reality is. You're like, mother and brother, no, this is my mother and brother right here. My disciples are my family. Even in the Bible, right when he was about to get crucified, his so-called mother, he says, woman, he calls her woman, take your son and go. He's not even in the concept, his mind's not even in the concept of I have a family or anything. He is beyond all of this reality. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is what we are. We are beyond this reality that people play, this game we play. Trading paper. The paper that you need to cross the border. This is crazy. You cannot own anything. Only thing that makes them own is that they have a gun. And say that you must listen.
That's scary.
Right. Not truly when you think about it, it's stupid. So here's a piece of paper that I have to give you to trade for another piece of paper. here's a green paper that will give me a blue paper so I can walk past.
Exactly. Yeah.
Craziness, madness.
Yeah.
The lower self, this is the way it thinks. It builds stuff in squares. It's just the lower self. It's you. It's your subconscious. And you must learn that. You must learn how to go around it and alchemize your way around it. You see? So, like we were saying about what was you saying? We was talking about the alchemy of what's around you.
Yeah.
Everything is made. Wow. Here's the thing. Everything around you is made from these three things. Plastic, which is made from oil. Metal, which comes from the earth. Or glass, which comes from the earth.
Yeah.
And wood. Your whole reality is made from those three elements. If you could look around you, you will see, if you truly are conscious, you will see trees, earth, and plastic, which are made from oil. When you see this, you no longer want to live a lie. You no longer want to live amongst this fake-ass artificial reality that we create. You're going to want to go to nature and live in nature. You're going to want to learn how, and the universe will teach you. You can come live with us if you want. Doesn't matter. You can let it all go and say, listen, I'm on some other stuff now, you know? Or I'm nature boy on all social media. You could never not get in touch with me. Nature boy on Facebook, we're on, so we call ourselves the Ethereum.
I'll find you so I don't want to forget.
Yeah, nature boy.
I have to go get some dinner. I haven't had dinner yet, but this has been wonderful. Thank you
Definitely.
for sharing with me.
I want to do your birth chart for you. We want to do your birth chart for you and give it to you so you can tell yourself amazing.
Oh, it's
Because you are a superhero. You have powers. You are able to alchemize certain elements. Once you were able to alchemize, right now you're doing it unconsciously. You don't know what you're doing. You don't understand. People say, oh, we're going to have supernatural powers. But then they don't even study natural powers. When we talk about powers, it's about energy. So, anyway, Nature Boy.
yeah.
You have album?